welcome back to another episode of The Sarcastic Diabetic. I'm La Jennifer, and I'm the Sarcastic Diabetic. Today I wanted to come on and talk about a new technology to help with treating type 1 diabetes. It is called the Smart Insulin Patch. Now this is super neat. UCLA bioengineers and their colleagues have come up with a smart insulin delivery patch which can one day monitor and manage people with diabetes. Now this was actually done more for type 1, but it will benefit type 2 diabetics. Now it's a little adhesive patch about the size of a quarter that has micro needles on it, and it is easy to manufacture and is intended to be worn for 24 hours before having to be replaced. Now there was a study done on mice and pigs that can give you more information on the developments that they found with the research that they have done, and it was published in Nature Bioengineering or Nature Biomedical Engineering actually. And you can actually look that up if you would. It's a good read. Now they say that the Smart Patch keeps you from having to constantly check your blood sugar and give insulin when it's needed, because it will be able to detect and regulate like a true artificial pancreas. The Smart Patch can monitor glucose. It has insulin doses preloaded in very tiny microneedles that are less than 1 millimeter apiece. These microneedles deliver the insulin very quickly into your system when your blood glucose reaches a certain threshold. And when your blood glucose returns back to normal and goes down, so does the patch's delivery of the insulin. So as your blood sugar goes down, so does the delivery slows down as well. The researchers say that the advantage of this is that it can help keep diabetics from having insulin overdose, which can lead to hypoglycemia, which leads to seizures, coma, and even death. One doctor even said that if found safe, that the diabetes patch would revolutionize diabetes care and patient experience with diabetes care. Now, insulin is a hormone that is produced by the pancreas to help the body break down glucose, which is given from the consumption of food, for the body to have energy, for the brain to have energy to function. Diabetes occurs when a person's body cannot naturally produce the insulin needed to break down the glucose. This is called type 1 diabetes or juvenile diabetes. Or if the body cannot effectively use the insulin that is provided by your pancreas. This is called type 2 diabetes. Now in either case, this is why a prescription for insulin for type 1 diabetics is given, or a prescription for oral medication for type 2 diabetics is given. Treatment for diabetes, especially type 1 diabetes, has not changed in decades. Now, type 2 diabetics, they have a lot of products on the market, which also help them to lose weight and things like that, oral medications, and in some cases, some type 2 diabetics have to take insulin because they've gone so long with an uncontrolled diabetes that their pancreas becomes where the insulin that's given is just not being absorbed. Okay, the patch. The microneedles used in the patch are made with a glucose sensing polymer that is encased with insulin. And then once the patch is placed, the microneedles penetrate just under the skin and can begin to start sensing glucose levels. If glucose goes up, then the sensors are triggered within the needles and insulin is released. The microneedles used in the patch are smaller than the needle used to draw blood, and they don't go as deep, so they're not as painful as a pinprick. In some of the trials done on pigs, the insulin patch was able to control and monitor and deliver insulin in a pig that weighed 55 pounds for 20 hours. The researchers that are working on the patch have applied for FDA approval for human trials, which they anticipate will most likely start within a few years. Now, the information that I've gathered today on this was from a journal entry from February 3rd of 2020. And they also anticipate that they'll be able to use this patch to deliver other medications. If you're familiar with Omnipod, Omnipod is used to deliver certain types of medication for cancer patients, even treatments for cancer through the patch and other medications. So this would be a phenomenal breakthrough in insulin diabetes care, insulin delivery monitoring. Would literally be a true artificial pancreas. Now, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this quite closely, actually. I had heard about the patch before, but you hear about lots of stuff and it's kind of BS, or it never goes to fruition, or whatever. So, but this sounds very promising, so I will be doing more research on it and bringing you updates as I know about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would, please like and subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I upload more videos. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you had a great night. I hope you have a great weekend. Spend time with your family, your loved ones. Be kind to one another. Don't take life too seriously. Nobody ever makes it out alive. Be sarcastic and laugh, please, for me. And as always, be the reason somebody gets drunk today. I will talk to you guys later. B.I. Just to go back and give a little bit more information, insulin is a hormone that is produced in the body. Okay, back to the patch. The microneedles in the patch are if glucose goes up, if the are smaller than the needles used to draw blood, but they are, why can I not remember this crap? In some of the experiments and trials, a 55